To be a trained agent, Sam really ain't too bright, y'all. Hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea. This for Tyler Perry's The Oval, Season 4, Episode 13. Okay, so this whole episode, I was like, it was so many situations in which I feel like Sam just wasn't using his head. So Priscilla walks in on Victoria all over Sam. And I said, if looks could kill. If looks could kill. She tried to walk out and everything with the little tea or whatever it was in that container. And Victoria was like, nah, bring it in and all that. So she looks at Sam. She looks at her. And I was like, yeah, she gonna take both of y'all out. I said, I would have to watch her. I would have to watch her for. But never mind the fact that you married and that you screwed up previously with the first lady. But Victoria is with them, as you say. Of course she can't be trusted. I would never trust her. I was like, he shouldn't either. I understand he got to do what she said because she is the first lady. There's something to take into consideration and everything. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I would try to be smart about it and be watchful about it because even after getting a shot, I feel like he still doesn't fully grasp that she's in it too. She didn't tell. I don't feel like she told Cal to shoot him, but they do be having him do stuff, so she's a part of it. So I was like, you shouldn't trust her. And that's basically what Priscilla was telling him, and everything. So he finally leaves and he goes into the kitchen or whatever. He goes into the kitchen and he's trying to explain everything to Priscilla, and tell her that Victoria set that up and everything. And she was like, you trained to know things like that, right? And she always sets things up. And he's like, he's starting to see that and all this stuff. She said she might go out with Bobby. I said, oh, Lord. She also said she might sleep with him. I said, and he was like, that's not going to solve, that's going to create more problems. And she was like, I'm creating more problems. I was like, technically, yeah, because if you go do that, y'all might as well just get a divorce at this point. Y'all might as well get a divorce. So he was like, he gonna try to get off her detail and everything. And she was like, she's not gonna let you do that. And then she was like, if she's harassing you, report her for harassment and everything. And I said, that ain't gonna work anyway. Do she not know? They've seen how these people operate. So what make you think if he reports her, they gonna do anything or they won't get notified of it? Because at this point, we don't know who these folks connected to. I wasn't expecting Eli to be messing around with Victoria. So who else they got in the loop with them? You know, she told me report her or whatever. Well, he said no. He said he don't want to look like a weak agent. And she said that's what this is all about. So she was like, okay, she going out with Bobby and everything. And I said, oh my goodness. But that I wouldn't. If you report her, she gonna try to take y'all out. Period. She ain't gonna let y'all get away with it. So she leaves out. And let me make sure I scratched it out so I won't repeat it. She leaves out and she actually goes to Bobby. And Bobby ain't no good. Because if you know, why would you be cool? Then again, he was messing around with Lily and she's married, even though her husband in the closet. So, I mean, it still count because they married. I feel like, I could be wrong. But yeah, she goes, she done went to this man. She goes to him and she's like, you're still here? And what time you get off and all this stuff? So she asked him if he wants to take her to dinner. I said, oh, Lord. So Sam was walking up behind him and everything. And he ain't got no shame. He tried to play it off like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because when Sam came up, he was like, what was that about and everything? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about and everything. And played it off and everything. So he warns Bobby not to add to that problems. They going through stuff and everything. Don't make it worse. And he was like, he don't know what he's talking about. So I said that I understand he at work. I said, but he a little too calm when he already knew that Bobby had been flirting because first of all he walked in and remember in the kitchen the first time. Then the second and it's the fact that Priscilla just said how he was complimenting her and just flirting and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, Sam no, but Sam was calm. I'm like, maybe it's because he had work or whatever, and that's why he come. But then he gets on the phone with David, and he tells David, he told David, he's like, I may need you to break somebody's face. And I was like, oh, he said, I may need you to break somebody's face and everything. And I was like, ooh, Bobby. I don't know now. David's supposed to be trained, but Bobby trained too. I don't know if that'll work. But yeah, I said, man. Well, he said he may need him to break someone's face for him if he shows up at the restaurant. And David was trying to get him to tell him who it was. And I said, how the saying go? It's a problem when I do it. it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. I thought about that. If y'all been on I think it was TikTok where they use that sound where they was like it's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. That's what I thought about in regards to Priscilla and Sam. Now I agree with Sam. I think this is gonna cause more problems. And if y'all trying to work things out, then that's not the wise thing to do. If not, just get a divorce or whatever. Just get a divorce. I don't understand. People be acting like they can't just go do that. They gotta cheat. You can't break up. You can't get a divorce. You just want to cheat and hurt people. That don't make sense to me. Okay, so Alan, Jason is still at Alan's talking about friend this and you're my friend, right? I said, dude, if you don't know this man ain't your friend by now, I don't know what to tell you. This is why I said they should have had him committed. He just waving the weapon around and stuff. And Alan's still coolest because when Jason talked about his parents trying to take him out and everything, and he was like, "You know how crazy that sound?" I said, "This fool, just throw him." No, why they still got him on the show? Why is Alan still on the show? If he don't believe. He don't pull a Alonzo. Remember when Alan was the one trying to tell Alonzo how these folks is, and he didn't want to believe him and everything. Now Alan's just sticking up for him. He don't believe because he's seen some fake pictures or whatever. But okay, let's see what's next because I already did Priscilla. I skipped over that. So I forgot to mention that Sam told Bobby that he has a reputation of being out in these streets or whatever. He's like, so Priscilla, I wouldn't. Bobby said he trying to do that. I feel like Bobby trying to do that because of Lily and everything. And Max warns him not to do it, not to go out with her and everything. He even says that Sam and Priscilla are having problems, but Bobby just determined. And on the preview for the next week's episode, they out on a date. And Priscilla talking about some, they gonna, I think, eat and drink and then go back to her place. I said, ooh, now Sam come there and see this man in his house. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. I said, oh my goodness, it's so much going on, y'all. But Kareem goes back home and he calls his cousin for help. So his cousin comes and he talking about something, you gotta cut that big dude up or whatever. And Kareem like, you know me, I can't, you gotta get somebody else to do it. And he was like, do you really want somebody else knowing about this? And he said, since somebody put them in there, they already know and everything. I said, now we still don't have a clue who did it. We don't know if it's the Rackadoosh people. We don't know if it's the president and them. We don't know. And shoot, with this writing, we probably would never know who did it. But on the preview, they did show somebody using Barry's phone. Now, you don't... I guess they trying to sit up here and make it seem like he's still alive and everything. That's why they did that. But I was like, can't they have people to track the phone and won't it be tracked back to the Kareem house and they gonna wonder why his phone was like that? Why his phone was located there? I was like, these people don't think. I was like, I don't know. They just trying to make it seem like he's still alive, I guess. But they show Sam. He's at the in the little video room, whatever you call this surveillance place or whatever. Now for them to have all these 1,000 cameras, they sure don't see nothing that be going on at all. But yeah, why did I think that the agent was about to attack Sam or something? The way he didn't try to be discreet about it, sneaky about it, or nothing. This man stood all the way up. It'd be different if you looked over your shoulder and all this stuff. That'd be one thing. I mean, he would be able to tell anyway, because you could tell when somebody looking at you from the corner of your eye. But this man stood all the way over his shoulder. And so Sam tells him to go in the other room or whatever. I said, now, Sam, to be an agent, you aren't too smart. You don't supposed to talk on the phone. That's one thing. You ain't supposed to use the computer or the tracker or anything. Anything in these folks. If you know these people crooked or whatever, if you know they corrupt, that y'all don't discover all this stuff about these folks. Why would you use anything of this? Why would you talk in public? And then tell me I find the boy and we need the boy and remember from last week's episode, Cal told the agent dude to backtrack all the Sam's steps on the computer and everything. So they gonna find out about the tracker. They gonna locate him. And then they gonna have a whole little situation or whatever. They gonna have a whole little situation. But David said he gonna find Jason now. I guess he gonna rough him up a little bit and everything. And I was like, I don't know. But yeah, he said he gonna find him. But I said by the time David find Jason, the other people gonna find Jason, cause he gonna backtrack all his steps. Like I said, you don't use that. If you trying to hide this boy, what kind of sense that make? That don't make sense, do it? If you trying to hide Jason from his parents and all these people, why would you use these folks? Maybe that's the only way they got. But I doubt it, because if you that connected with David and all this FBI agents, you could find another way. But everybody know everybody on this show, so I don't know about that either. But why would you use these folks' computer? Why would you talk? You think because you dismiss this man that he ain't still listening, or that they won't backtrack your steps? Because that's what Cal told the man to do, or whatever. This man looked over. How you gonna look? I just don't get this man. He didn't make it. He made it so obvious. I said he about to hit Sam or something. He just stood all the way up. This man stood all the way over Sam's shoulder, and I said, "Did that make any sense to you?" So he dismissed him, but you might as well kill the man in the room, because you sitting up here talking. Talking about we gotta find him, this kid, all this other extra stuff. Then they already finna get ready to go back and find the so they gonna know what it is, because they trying to track, I think they trying to track the truck. So they gonna know what type of truck it is and everything. Man, listen, talking about we need him and all that. I said, well, not Cal. Jason is the one who did all the offense. I guess we could say that word. All the offense anyway. So why do they need Jason again? Is that to tell what else they've been doing and everything? If he had something to do with the Diane and them or what? I don't forget at this point. They dragging it so far, I don't forget. But what else happened, y'all? Lily don't went to the hospital. I understand, because they don't got last week. They had the doggone Donald had the veterinary come. He didn't know what he was doing, and she does have a gunshot. I said the word. She does have a wound or whatever. But I was like, okay, two things. Didn't Donald tell her not to go to the get to a doctor? And also, don't they have a obligation to report these type of injuries? So she goes to the hospital and told this doctor. Now, you know, when he said he was going to do exams, that he was going to find that there wasn't no doggone knife on him. So he was like, how you do this and everything? She told me she cut herself because she throws knife. She in a circus. I thought for sure the doctor may have been with the people, because they got people everywhere. They got people. And I thought about that, about how they got people everywhere. Because remember, I think they got people in the hospital and then the police station, because I thought about that, because if the president and them had framed Kareem, which I'm not so sure of, I don't know at this point. They got people. Remember when Kareem went to the police and tried to report the president, and then they called the folks in the White House and they came and got Kareem? I was like, so that's another reason why you shouldn't call and everything. But I don't know if Hunter and them had anything to do with that. It might have been the Rackadoosh people. I feel like it might have been the Rackadoosh people, but at the same time, some people have been saying that the Rackadoosh people, that Kareem in it with the Rackadoosh people, or he know them or something like that. I said, I don't know. I guess they're gonna further explain it soon. But we are on what episode is this? We on episode 13, so who knows? Hold on. So the man leaves out and everything. Hold on, my ear thing don't fill out. The man leaves out, and I'm like, he don't believe her. And when he see these, you know, they're gonna be able to tell the difference between a knife wound and a other type of wound. So the doctor comes back in, and he's like, that's not a knife wound. And so he's like, he's talking to her and everything. And then in walks the police officer. I said, yeah, Donna gonna get you now. I said, Donna gonna get you now. So, I was just saying, doesn't the hospital have to report her injury and everything? And he's like asking her questions. She's like, she ain't gonna answer it. So he's like, he gonna have to detain her. I would have said that might have been safer for her, but they got reach everywhere. And like I just said, they know people from everywhere. So I was like, either way go, you got, girl. You might as well. Listen, that wound might as well took you out, because Donald gonna get you. And if Donald don't get you, Cal gonna get you, because he already been itching to take her out anyway. He been looking for the opportunity. All Donald gotta do is say go, and he gonna go. He gonna go. What else we got? I already said Kareem cousin talking about some cut up the berry. I said, oh Lord, and they don't call. Use the doggone phone to call these folks. And then I guess it's the fact that they don't know how connected Richard is too. Maybe it's because, you know, everybody just think he the butler because they was even saying he's just the butler. What is the butler gonna do and all that? But the butler is actually connected. So, you know, he could track that phone and see where they was calling from and everything. I kind of get it. They trying to, you know, make it seem like he's still alive by calling Sharon and everything. But at the same time, that still don't make sense because they could track it and see where the call is coming from. I guess Sam gonna use the doggone tracker to do that as well. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Okay, so what else? I think the last thing we got is Max now. No, Max and Eli now. So let's see. Max was trying to talk Bobby out of going out with Priscilla and everything. I already said that, but he wasn't listening because they on a little date or whatever. And so they show Eli, Bobby now walking Eli to the door. He goes in. And he was telling Simone about don't be calling his contacts again and everything. She should trust him and all this. And then he was talking crazy to her. She was like, don't take that tone of voice with me. I said, now Simone, if you didn't know this man was up to something or messing around with somebody before, you definitely should now. If you didn't suspect anything before, you definitely should now. Eli didn't want to spend no time with you because she wanted him to go in the tub with her and everything. He didn't want to. He just went in there. I said the man doesn't think much of his wife to go in the other room. It's one thing to go in the other room and get on the phone with another woman. Usually folks try to hide it, wait till they ain't there or something. This man he ain't try to watch she sleep or nothing. He really don't like her. So, but I don't get the point. Why didn't, if they been messing around for years, why didn't she try to get, and she's talking about how her father put Hunter in the president's spot or whatever. Why didn't you try to put Eli or whatever? Maybe she felt like it wouldn't work or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's already risky. You didn't wait till she was asleep. You literally just walked in the doggone. This man ain't got no respect for her. I said I would have had to follow. She should have followed him or something. So I was like, you ain't got no type of respect for her. If you go in, one thing to go get on the phone and talk to Victoria. This man gets on video check. I said, oh Lord. I said, come in the room. You know how she busted in the office today? I said, come your butt in the room. Come see this. So he calls her and she's like, did you talk to her and everything? And he like, yeah. So she was like, does she need to persuade her and all that? I said, what you gonna do? Threaten her? I said, what you gonna do? Threaten this lady or whatever? I said, now Simone, your woman's intuition ain't kicking in at all. I said, now, if that affair been going on for years, you should suspect something. Then him telling you not to, why would you go to his contacts anyway? If he don't told you the information, maybe she didn't trust his contacts, but she still went to his contacts, so that still don't make sense or whatever. And then, I forgot to write that Max and Bobby was talking about Simone not believing any of it, and Max was like, she need to be careful. I say, right, because they're going to try to take her out. Once they figure out the connection between Eli and Victoria, that's what they need to know right now. And that's how they're going to figure everything out. But yeah, I said the man doesn't think much of his wife to go in the room and get on the phone with Victoria. That's bad enough. But to get on video chat to play with y'all selves. Tyler Perry, you wow. You wow, Tyler Perry. They get on. So also on the preview, Hunter makes a little joke or whatever about Victoria being with Eli or whatever. I said, now do he suspect something? Or he just was talking or whatever. But I feel like during that little whole meeting, Donald picked up on something because when Hunter was talking to Victoria, Eli felt some type of way. He definitely did. So Donald would look at Victoria, he'll look at Eli and how he responds to everything. I said, I feel like Donald will be the one to figure everything out. I said, but if everybody else figure out that they in cahoots together, then maybe they'll start, piecing together the puzzle. But I just want to see what they overall plan is once, because Eli was telling Victoria how he missed her and all this extra stuff, and it's hard for them not to see each other. I was like, what's the reason though? It's because you didn't think Eli would make it as the president? Like, what is it? What is their end goal? Like, how they plan on getting? Do they plan on Eli being the first president? That's the first president. Being the president or what? Let me make sure I didn't mix anything. Hold on, y'all. that's it, y'all. Let me know. What did y'all think of this episode? I feel like I liked it. But I still want to know what's going on with Nancy. But I liked this episode. Comment down below what y'all thought. Until next time, y'all. Deuces.